Elizabeth Bennet had always enjoyed Colonel Fitzwilliam's company at Rosings. Unlike Mr. Darcy, who seemed burdened by every word he spoke, Fitzwilliam conversed with effortless charm. She had grown to appreciate his lively wit and his easy manner, and if she had ever thought of him romantically, it had been only in passing amusement. After all, she knew well enough that he had no fortune to offer, and that he himself had admitted he must marry for wealth. And yet, something in his demeanour today suggested a weight upon his mind. As they strolled along the shaded path leading toward the grove, Fitzwilliam fell into an unusual silence. Elizabeth, sensing a shift in his usual joviality, glanced at him with curiosity. "I do believe, Colonel, that you are quite unlike yourself today. Has Lady Catherine found some new way to try your patience?" He gave a small laugh, but it lacked his usual warmth. "I fear my troubles lie elsewhere, Miss Bennet." Elizabeth raised an eyebrow. "Then I shall be glad to hear them. Perhaps I may offer some wisdom." Fitzwilliam sighed, looking away as if searching for the right words among the swaying branches overhead. At last he spoke. "You must know, Miss Bennet, that I have come to regard you very highly." Elizabeth tilted her head, a playful smile tugging at her lips. "Indeed? I hope this means you will not tease me so mercilessly about my impertinence, Colonel." He exhaled sharply and turned to face her. "Elizabeth," he said more earnestly than she had ever heard him speak before, "this is no jest. I have struggled against my feelings, knowing full well that they are impractical, and yet I can no longer keep them to myself." Elizabeth's smile faded as she realized the meaning behind his words. "Colonel Fitzwilliam?" He pressed on, determined. "I had no intention of falling in love with you. In fact, I have always known my duty to find a wife of means, to secure my future as my family expects me. But Elizabeth, these past few weeks in your company have made a mockery of my so-called sense. You are the most extraordinary woman I have ever met, and I cannot help but imagine what my life might be if I were free to choose as I pleased." Elizabeth's heart gave an unexpected flutter, but she remained steady. "But you are not free to choose, are you?" she said softly. "You have made that quite clear before." His expression darkened, and he shook his head. "No, I am not, and that is the cruelty of it all. If I were the eldest son, if I had the means to offer you a comfortable life, I would—" He stopped himself, looking away as if ashamed at his own helplessness. Elizabeth reached out, placing a gentle hand on his arm. "I am honoured by your words, truly, but you must not torment yourself with impossibilities. We both know how the world works. You are a man of duty, and I am hardly the heiress you require." Fitzwilliam's jaw clenched. "It is unjust," he muttered, "that a man's happiness must be determined by the accident of birth." Elizabeth sighed, offering him a sad but understanding smile. "Perhaps, but I would not wish to be the source of your ruin, Colonel." He exhaled deeply, nodding. "No, nor would I allow it. You deserve a love unburdened by such constraints." For a long moment they stood in silence. Then Fitzwilliam straightened, regaining the composure of the man who knew his fate and would face it honourably. "Forgive me for speaking so freely. I shall trouble you no more." Elizabeth gave him one last wistful look before forcing lightness into her tone. "You shall not lose my friendship, Colonel. I trust that will not be too great a disappointment." He managed a small, bittersweet smile. "No, Elizabeth, that will have to be enough." With a final nod, he turned and walked away, leaving Elizabeth standing amidst the rustling trees, watching as another path, one that might have led to something unexpected, closed before her.